On the streets of the capital, campaigning is very visible as posters of presidential candidates gaze down from nearly every intersection. This is an election unlike the one 5 years ago, in which President Hamid Karzai was declared the winner. This time, Afghans are controlling the process, and there will be fewer international advisors and observers. Commissioner Ahmad Nadery of the Afghan International Human Rights Commission says the security situation will not allow for the presence of more observers.
Taking the security arrangement for each of international observers deployed in an insecure polling station or province, it is practically not possible. It was not possible. I would like to see more of the international observers to give more credibility and transparency to the process.
For Afghans such as Nadery, there is no understating what is at stake on August 20th.
I think it's a crucial moment in the history of our nation in Afghanistan and also in the international arena as well. If this project fails, if through violence or other means it loses the credibility and legitimacy, then the fate of the entire project of stabilization in Afghanistan and the region would fail.
The top United Nations official in the country, Kai Ida, shares that concern.
There has been much talk about fraud, and I would like to emphasize that under the leadership of the Independent Electoral Commission, a number of measures are implemented in order to avoid fraud and irregularities on election day.
Afghanistan's Independent Election Commission plays a key role in assuring that elections are free and fair. But the Commission's spokesman, Nur Mohammed Nur, tells VOA they are in no position to provide security for the election.
Because that's not the responsibility of Independent Election Commission. These kind of responsibilities going to national and international troops which are in Afghanistan. That is the responsibility of them to establish a good environment for election.
At the gates of Kabul University, views vary on whether that is possible.
The role of international forces is very important. We are really grateful from them because they established massive peace and security in a different parts of our country. So we wish from them to accompany us in this regard at the time that the election is finished.
I don't think it will be honest and fair because a number of factors will undermine the election. We know the government does not have control over all the regions of Afghanistan, so without peace and stability, how can there be a free and just election? People will not be able to vote with full confidence, and thus we will not have a fair outcome after the election is over.
Women have the right to vote, and they are half of the population. I hope all families in Afghanistan will allow their women to participate in the election and cast votes.
Some women likely will be prevented from going to polling stations. Some warlords will deliver votes wholesale to their favored candidates, and in at least a few remote places, ballot boxes will not be delivered due to the Taliban or other anti-government groups. Despite the obstacles, the Afghan government and the international community hope their cooperation will yield an election deemed credible enough to be accepted peacefully by the people of Afghanistan. Steve Herman, VOA News, Kabul.